Alright guys, I am back with another video. Finally got my braids back. Anywho, it's good to be back with a little freshie, but anywho, we're gonna get right to this video. So, this has been trending apparently in the social media streets, the internet. You know me, I'm not really with the whole trendy shit, but you know, and a nigga gotta do what he gotta do, you know what I'm saying? So anywho, I figured let me review on this particular topic or what's been going on in these streets. Apparently, I guess OF John caught the bait and she's pretty much speaking on her experience of her catching this bait, exposing the truth, I guess from her POV, and yeah, so we're gonna pretty much speak on that briefly. I don't want to make this a long segment. So before we begin, this is D Soon. Make sure you guys feel free to comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend, and tell a friend, and we're gonna get right to the video. Also, too, before I even begin, I do need to get back into promoting the hats. I stopped doing that, but I'm gonna get back into it. We're gonna get ready to start pushing hats. The bucket hats, trucker hats, you know, all that good stuff, the brand. So anywho, let's get right to the video, shall we? Let's do it.
I'm here to tell you guys that allegedly Gucci Third Leg is out here giving people HSV2, that is genital herpes. If you collabed with him and then found out a month to 3 months later that you have genital herpes, there's a high likelihood that you got by that man. Please go get tested if you did have any collaborations with him. I know a lot of people are being insensitive and saying like, oh, he fucks everybody raw, how are you surprised? Stuff like that is not always common knowledge. And another thing is,
so word is that she had this since she was 19. I don't know how old this young lady is, but I always say, and again, I don't even know how to word this, but when you're a part of this type of limelight or this industry, quote unquote, you sure already know what to expect. Now, I'm not here to vouch for anybody that doesn't get tested or, you know, whatever, but I think I did see a video earlier of her not bragging, but pretty much saying how much bread she made, and you know, salute to you. However you gotta get your money, hustle, whatever you gotta do to get to that chicken. I'm not knocking it, but at the same time, there's a price to everything, and unfortunately, this is the price that came with this lifestyle that you wanted to live. Now, granted, I'm not here to shit on anybody that do partake in these festivities, activities, but yo, you gotta hold yourself accountable, and unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, you encountered with someone allegedly that caught whatever he got, you end up catching it, and that's the price that you paid. So let's continue.
there are several niches on social media, so a lot of people aren't aware of his gross or abusive ways.
And again, I just want to put that out there. You never, regardless of whatever happens in people's personal life, whatever decision or choices they make, you never want to kick anybody that's down, especially if y'all not on the same page. You don't fuck with that individual, because you just never know when your day is to come. But neither here nor there. I just wanted to put that out there.
Until they actually experience it. They don't see it on social media. So I'm going to say this a couple times on my platform to make sure that the word gets out, because I have now a big platform. Gucci, I've been waiting for this.
All right, so last year my body count was like 3,100, but I was really, I didn't feel too bad about it because my ex-chick down in the body had like 2,000 or whatever, but so it was like when I was dealing with my chick, she couldn't really be like, oh, your body count's too much, because her body count like 2,000.
That is not a flex. But I get it. This is a part of your job. This is what you do as a career. I would have kept that private, respectfully. Regardless of your profession or not, that ain't a flex, because it's kind of giving off like you saying there's a flex, but what do I know?
My body count like 3,000, so it's like, damn, like I ain't feel too bad about it. Honestly, I feel like
that's nasty works. But again, That's a part of you. That's the part of how you make your bag. So get your money. I ain't knocking it for both parties. But like I said, there's a price to everything. Just know what comes with that price when you do partake in these type of festivities.
The people that already have it know exactly what I'm talking about, but whenever you realize and find out that you have something as severe as that, it's heartbreaking. It causes you to go through an immense amount of trauma and depression. I was going through so much at the time, and I've already gone through so much, so at the time it was very hard for me to speak up about anything. I do fully disclose anybody that I have sexual interactions with. I tell them before.
You know, I know people is not honest with one another before y'all do what y'all do, but it's important to have conversations. Just this is a part of having safe sex and having, practicing safe sex. Even if you're not partaking in sexual activities, I still strongly believe that you still should have a conversation. Now, granted, if that individual is gonna be honest with you, regardless, the fact that you still have a conversation prior to the action, I think that's what's most important. And I think that's what leads to that. Also, abstinence too, and other things. My fault. Yeah, it's just very unfortunate. That's a very sad situation. It's kind of crazy. But, I mean, I don't know what to say as much as protect yourself, wear 3 condoms. No, I'm playing. Nah, all jokes aside though, it's just, you gotta really just, and again, I don't want to get too fully invested into this because I still need to educate myself at this grown age on certain information that is out there to research, because I don't know everything. But what I do know is to practice safe sex, and if you're so quick enough to raw dog people without them providing test results or them being honest with you with how many partners or whatever y'all got going on, you guys are 2 grown adults, and I mean, unfortunately, it just so happens that this just happened to end in a negative light. And also, too, that's another thing I don't think people be understanding. I'm sure you plan on being a parent one day. Imagine your kids seeing you online moving like this. Like, I think that's another thing women don't think. And niggas, too. It goes hand in hand. Do you want your kid to look at you at this way? Now, granted, you've had a life prior to your kid being born if you're looking to be a parent one day. But I always think about the future on how things is going to pan out. And I would never want my child to see me in that type of light. And, unfortunately, if she does plan on having kids one day, if that's something that's in her rear view, I mean, them kids are going to have a rude awakening. Because how I grew up, how me and my guys grew up, we did not let up, man. It was just straight bombing, roasting, cutting ass. We was ruthless as kids, I'm not going to lie. And these kids with the internet, this is what you would consider internet babies. I don't know how old homie is, but, for this young lady right here, I mean, they would be considered internet babies. This is what, Gen Z? And they be saying that Gen Z is it's a wicked generation. Shout out to all the Gen Zs, but they be talking wild shit about y'all.
Nobody is made unaware. You guys can demonize me, whatever, but I'm sorry. Hearing these girls sob.
And again, regardless of, as I said earlier, whatever decision or choices people make, I'm never the one to just shit on anybody while they're down, especially in this type of situation. But this is a huge learning. This is a huge learning curve for people to learn from this, and what to avoid and what to learn from this situation. Honestly, this could be a huge learning experience for people out there, especially for all my youngins, both male and females. Anywho, I just wanted to make this little quick video. See that it's trendy. I try to avoid trendy stuff, especially stuff like this, but we gotta do what we gotta do. So anywho, feel free to comment, tell a friend to tell a friend. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. We'll be dropping another video, so y'all stay tuned. D Soon is out. Deuces.